In 2006, Shane Gillis was enrolled at West Point and was set to play offensive tackle on the football team. This lasted not even a week as he dropped out of school. He eventually ended up back in Pennsylvania and graduated from Westchester University and taught English for 6 months in Spain. Shane didn't know what to do with his life. He was just a funny dipshit until one day he got a call from Saturday Night Live, and this would change his life forever. Shane Gillis was born December 11, 1987 in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, a small town of less than 10,000 people. He was raised in a traditional Catholic home by both of his parents. His dad worked as a salesman and his mom worked as a teacher. His parents had high hopes for him, but when Shane entered school, he was known as the funny kid. This would cause him to be a bit of a troublemaker in school.
How did you know you were funny when you were young? Did you know you were funny? What was going on with you?
Yeah, I knew I was funny. I was kind of a kid growing up, in school. Yeah, I always had fun making fun of people.
Oh, yeah.
Talking shit.
When you're young, that's the best way.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Yelling.
Yeah.
Class, school, what's better than being funny in school? Farting in class?
I never did it. You did it?
Oh, I used to, yes.
Wow.
In high school, Shane grew to be 6'4", 275 pounds, making him the perfect offensive tackle for the football team where he was voted as team captain. Shane received offers to play football at Army, Temple, and Eastern Michigan, and ultimately decided to commit to Army and attend West Point.
You went to Army for how long?
Literally 3 weeks.
Right.
I quit the night before I went. I was like, I'm fucking out of here.
Before school started.
I quit the day, the first day, they shave your head and give you a uniform and teach you how to march and all that shit. So your parents drop you off at 5 a.m. and then you march around and all this shit. And then your parents come back at 5 p.m. and there's a parade of all the new cadets past all the parents. And while I was walking past my parents, I was like, I'm out of here. Wow. In a march, I was like, I'm going to quit.
Shane went and played 1 year of football at Elon University in North Carolina before heading home to finish his career at Westchester University. After graduation, he spent 6 months teaching English in Spain. Shane was pretty down on himself at this point and felt like a failure. In 2012, Shane moved to Philadelphia to pursue stand-up comedy, but it was a slow start to say the least. But after several years of grinding in comedy clubs, he was starting to get some notoriety locally.
Because it started, when you start stand-up, it's always, how much are they paying you? That's what my dad would always ask.
Where's the money?
I'd be like, oh, I got a spot at Helium Comedy Club. I got a guest spot. He'd be like, how much are they paying you? It's like, nothing. He's like, well, what the fuck are you doing that for? I'm like, this is good.
This is the thing.
Yeah.
That is a hard thing to explain, I think, when you start getting in the groove of doing shows and you're still not getting money when you're young at all. In fact, you're still not getting money for a long time.
Sure.
And then when people ask you, because that's for some reason, asking about money, you would never go up to a guy who's in sales and be like, how much you make?
Yeah.
Ever. But because of us, they're like, how much they pay you for the shows? And my family has no problem asking you. Yeah. And I'm like, what the you can't, and you don't.
But now it gets fun starting to tell them.
See, do you? See, now you do?
Nowadays, I'll be like, I'll hit them with if I had a good weekend somewhere, I'll be like, this is how much they paid me.
And are they shocked by it?
Yeah. They're finally happy though. They'll be like, it's about time.
In 2016, Shane partnered up with Matt McCusker and started a podcast called the Matt and Shane Secret Podcast, which he ran while he continued to do comedy. At this point, Shane was getting gigs across the United States and even in other countries, resulting in him quickly gaining popularity. In September of 2019, Shane would receive a call that would change his life forever. It was Saturday Night Live.
So I found out I was getting on SNL the day before they announced it. So I got a call. They're like, hey, we want to put you on the cast. The whole time we'll start from the top. My agents and all those people, they were like, do you want to send a packet in for SNL? And I was like, no, I'm not going to be a writer. I won't work on that show. And then I guess they saw me at JFL and Comedy Central thing, and they were like, we like him, we want him to audition. He can come straight in to audition. So I went straight to the main stage for the audition. And the whole time leading up to it, I was like, I'm never going to get this. I don't care. I want to do stand-up. I kind of hated SNL at that point because every sketch was like, you know what it is.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'll never fit in there. And then when you go to audition, it's just, you just wait your turn in a green room, and they keep you there extra long for like 2 or 3 hours to like make you nervous.
Really?
But I knew I was certain I was never going to get it, and I really wasn't nervous. I was in there dipping, hanging out. And then they were like, all right, it's your turn to go. But that's when the nerves hit. Like, you walk in and you see the main stage, because that's what you audition on, is like the stage.
Wow.
And it's a totally empty studio. The whole room's empty except for a table of like writers and producers and Lorne Michaels. And then you go on and they're like, 3, 2, go, do 5 minutes.
Saturday Night Live liked Shane enough to give him a call back.
So I was like, even if they offer me the writing thing, I was like, I don't want to take it. I think I would have at the time. But anyway, they asked me to go straight to cast. So I was like, yeah, I'll definitely do that.
This was Shane's true I made it moment, but what should have been the best day of his life quickly turned to one of the worst.
And so the day they announced it, it was cool. It was very cool. You hear from everybody you've ever grown up with. They're all like, holy shit, what just, like, I can't believe you're on this. And then, so that lasted for about like 3 hours before an article came out that was like, here's what this guy says. There's a clip of me saying some, unsavory stuff.
Yeah.
But
talking shit.
It was the one podcast we ever filmed.
It's what we were saying earlier. That's what podcasts are, and that's what comics do a lot. We talk shit. It doesn't mean you really mean those things, but the idea today is that talking shit is not real. They want to take out of context phrases and sentences that you've used and put them in quotes and make you look like a monster.
Yeah. For sure.
There was only one article that came out?
No, there was
quite a few.
So many articles. I think I was number 1 on Twitter for like 3 straight days.
Wow.
Of just getting eviscerated.
Did you read it all?
Oh, I read all of it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, everybody was like,
although this was a huge setback for Shane Gillis, it turned into the perfect storm. SNL does not have the same reputation that it used to, and also Shane was getting canceled before he even made it.
I was poor. I was not famous at all. I was poor. And then I got canceled immediately. Like, that was my thing. Like,
right.
It was a very
you didn't
different
get
experience.
Famous and then get canceled.
Most people that get canceled are,
You got canceled on the way.
I got canceled immediately.
Shane went and started Gilly and Keeves with John McKeever, and Shane was able to sort of uncancel himself once people saw how hilarious and creative Shane Gillis is. He used this channel to help build his brand, which resulted in him gaining a solid fan base. On September 7th, 2021, he uploaded a free YouTube special of his live Austin stand-up comedy show. This was a huge hit on YouTube and started setting up Shane for a bunch of different opportunities as he rebuilt his image. I really respect how Shane grew his audience. He wasn't doing it for the money, he was doing stand-up comedy because that's just what he loves to do.
My he's a good guy. He's an alcoholic. But he's good. He's a good alcoholic. He's not hurting anybody. But every once in a while, he always has an excuse while he's drinking. That's what's funny about it. Like, he can never just get hammered and be like, yeah, I got f***ed up. Like, it's always, like, you'll see him on, like, a Monday. You'll be like, damn, it's Monday? You're getting f***ed up? He's like, it's Monday Night Football. Have a couple of drinks. Jeez. You'll see him on, like, a Tuesday. You'll be like, damn, it's Tuesday? You're getting f***ed up? He's like, there's no football.
Now, Shane is absolutely killing it, selling out shows across the world, and in September 2023, he released a Netflix special called Beautiful Dogs. This is one of the most unique rises to fame, and if you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe if you haven't, smash that like button as it really helps us out, and here are some more videos to watch.